All right. So this is where we last left yesterday, right? We finished completely all of our transactions for up to the 21st, okay? So in this case, all we have left is just our trial balance. Now, like I've mentioned many times before, what I normally like to do is I do like to draw a line in here just so then I can keep my transactions separate, okay? In regards to, okay, if I made a mistake, right? At least I know it's between the 14th all the way to the 21st, okay? Since the first two trial balances have gone out pretty smoothly, right? So in this case, I am looking into going to be creating our new trial balance, which only needs two things, right? You only need your general ledger account and your financial forms, okay? But I like to make a separation so that when we do, if everything comes out correct, then when we continue our next transactions, I know that my transactions between the 14th to the 21st is correct. So trial balance week 3. Okay. Now, of course, that means I'm going to be saving everything because I only need 2 worksheets for this. Okay. I just need only my general ledger and my financial forms. Okay. So in this case, right, our second trial balance came out good. So now I'm going to go ahead and create my third trial balance. Okay. And with your trial balance, you do have flexibility. You don't have to type out every single word here because your only main goal is to just test whether they equal or not, the debits and total credits. So in this case, you don't necessarily need to have your full account names in here because as long as you're able to do some kind of abbreviations or some kind of reference point, you should be okay. All right. So like I don't have to write medium, regular cough. I could do like med, reg, cough. Okay. Whatever you want to do, as long as you know what account you are referring to. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just format this real quick. Now in this case, like I mentioned before, we're gonna practice exactly how we've been doing it. So yep, starting with our first account, we have in our assets, it's going to be checking. Okay, so we're going to go down the entire list of accounts, and we're just going to list them out with their appropriate respective debits and credits. So in this case, checking is my very first one. Okay, so in this case, my checking has a debit amount of
$3,005.65.
$3,565. Okay. Petty cash.
500.
We got cash and register.
310.
Okay. We have an accounts receivable. Accounts receivable.
652.23.
652.23. Okay. coffee cups.
162.37.
We got large coffee cups.
$243.57.
Okay. We got some sugar.
$21.60.
Hmm.
$48.99.
Good. Office supplies.
150.
Regular coffee.
160.14.
Supreme coffee.
187.37.
No ceramic coffee mugs yet. Furniture. Nothing. Tables and chairs.
6,605.08.
Counter.
1,193.22.
Desk set.
658.37.
Display shelves.
577.08.
Computer.
1,834.84.
1,834.84. My printer.
378.87.
My cash register.
649.49.
I got some coffee brewer.
4,527.95.
Oops. There we go. my coffee grinder.
4,158.07.
Truck.
32 200 890.
Okay, so we got some prepaid accounts.
Thousand 654.17.
Deposits.
1,700.
We got some goodwill.
2,100.
And last but not least, miscellaneous expense, which has nothing. So in this case, we are done with our assets. Now we can add our liabilities.
Could I ask you just to go all the way to the top? I missed the first three. Thank you.
Okay. Next is going to be our liabilities. We have quite a few liabilities. So starting from the first one, we have accounts payable. For how much?
12,879.61.
12,879.61. Okay. We have Visa payable next.
811.53.
Oh, 53, not 6. Okay. Notes payable.
649.49.
Okay. Let's see what else do we have here. We haven't done payroll yet, so this whole section is not there yet. We haven't had any utilities expense, just some on payroll. Utilities payable, none of those. Okay. No unearned revenue yet. Next one is sales tax payable. Sales tax payable for
326.86.
Any interest payable? No. Loans, business loans, and last but not least, we have a truck loan. The truck loan is for
29,221.90.
okay. Good. And that concludes all of our liabilities. Okay. So now we need to continue on with our equity. Right? We have owner's equity. How much is owner's equity?
30,000.
30,000. Okay. No capital contributions, but we do have owner's withdrawal. For how much?
1,500.
Okay. No income summary yet. That doesn't happen till the very end of the month. Okay. So now we have a new set of accounts, which is going to be our revenues. So starting from here, you're going to list out every single revenue, starting with sales, regular coffee. How much is my total sales for regular coffee?
164.50.
100 and
Oh, 246.75.
okay, 246.75. Okay. Now we have sales for Supreme Coffee.
$259.35.
What was it again? 259.35. 259.35. Okay. You got sales ceramic coffee mugs. Okay, for how much?
166.19.
Sales medium regular coffee. How much is that one?
839.78.
We got sales for large regular coffee. For how much?
1,270.75.
Then we have sales medium supreme coffee. Okay, how much is that?
1,093.11.
Okay. Then we have some sales large supreme coffee. Okay, how much is that?
1,532.11.
Okay, 1532.11. Okay. The next we have here is going to be sales returns and allowances. Okay, for how much?
1996.
1996, so it's going to be on the debit side. Okay. And then we have a sales discount, which is also on the debit side. Okay. For how much?
771.75.
Okay. We have some delivery income. For how much?
For 90.
For $90. Okay. Last but not least, interest income, none. Okay. So we're done with our revenues. Next, we have our cost of goods sold. Only two sections, just cost of goods sold for regular and supreme coffee. Nothing for coffee mugs, and we haven't talked about cost of materials yet. That's going to happen at the end of the accounting period, which is at the end of the month. So in this case, cost of goods sold for regular coffee, so COGS. Okay. Cost of goods sold for regular coffee. How much is my account balance here?
242.11.
242.11. Okay. Then we have cost of goods sold for supreme coffee. For a total of
266.13.
all right. Last is going to be all of our operating expenses. Okay, starting for the first one with advertising expense. Okay. Total advertising expense right now is
185.
185. Next we have bank fees, nothing there. Next one we have is business expense.
$1,000.
Okay. next we have is freight expense.
$200.
Okay, next is insurance expense.
For 195.83.
Okay, interest expense, nothing there. Labor expense, nothing there. So our first one is subcontractor expense.
$1,890.
Okay, right. We had some temporary labor expense.
$252.
We had some license and permit expense. For how much?
375.
375. We had some loss on disposal of assets.
For 2,000.
We haven't just adjusted our office supplies yet, so nothing there. We haven't done payroll yet, so nothing there. Purchase expense.
For 392.80.
Some purchase returns and allowance. For how much?
984.
984. Okay, on the credit side. No purchase discounts yet. Rent expense.
$1,500.
Okay. Travel expenses, none. Utilities expenses, none. Bad debt, depreciation, advertising expense, none. So now we are finished with our trial balance here. So we're going to enter in our formula to test to see if they match on both ends. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do my equal sum formula. Okay. So I have a total of $79,478.54 on the right. I mean on the left. And whoa, I have a discrepancy. So let me go ahead and figure this out. So I'm off by $218.73. Oh my gosh, what did I miss? Okay. Did I do a typo? So if you have a discrepancy like that, you do unfortunately have to go through every single account until you find where that $218 difference is. Okay. So we literally have to go through every single account just in case we made a typo somewhere. There's no way to figure out whether you did or did not have, or which accounts that had discrepancies. So most likely it's going to be in something that's a new account, just because in here, if you notice, there are repeat accounts for some situations. Like all of this is all the same, right? Let me check out my accounts receivable account. Accounts receivable 652.23. Okay. These should all be the same. Okay. Let me check out my accounts payable account. So I have 12,879.61. Okay. My credit card should be 811.53. Okay. What is this one? Sales tax payable. Let's take a look at sales tax payable. For 72.18. Okay, so there you go. Sales tax payable is, how did I get this number? No idea. Should be for 326.86. Okay, that looks fine. 29,000. Okay. 30,000, 1,500. Let's check the sales. Okay, sales for this is 24675. 25935. 46619. 83978. 27375. 109311. 125211. 1996. And then you have 771.75. $90. cost of goods sold for regular coffee is $242.11 and $266.13. Nothing else is here. And let's go to your expenses. Advertising should stay consistent at 185. 1,000 for business expense. 200. 195.83. 1890. 252. 375. 2,000. $392.80 for purchase expense. Then we have a credit of $9.84 for purchase returns and allowances. And we have rent for $1,500. My numbers all match. Let me run the formula one more time. Nope. Okay. So in this case, this is where I have to locate where this $218.73 difference is. So I literally have to go through all my transactions from the 14th all the way to the 21st to figure out where this $218 is missing. So that's the unfortunate thing when you are dealing with this. So you do have to go back. That means I made a mistake somewhere in between my transactions. Now, there is no quick way around this except to just go through and check and see if you made a typo somewhere. Okay, so you can save your work here. And we're just going to have to go through every single journal and ledger account. Okay, starting from the 14th starting from the 15th, just because we've done our journals correctly in this case, right? So first thing that we did on the 15th was accounts payable. Okay. Okay, so 15 accounts payable for the 1890. Okay. So that should leave us with this. So this is correct. Okay. And we paid with a check. Now, any way that you want to go through each transaction and label them just to make sure that that was correctly done, then you may do so. So let's see, where was I? On this one right here. Yes, so in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it just so then I keep track of where the transaction was. So I'm going to use this color. Okay. And we said we had checking for the 15. Okay, there we go. Checking for the 15 for the credit of the 1890. Okay, so that one's fine. Then we bought office supplies with a Visa payable. So office supplies. Right, that was a debit for 150, so that's correct. Okay, with the Visa payable, right here for the 15 office supplies, which was a credit. Okay, so that's good. Next transaction, we have sugar creamer and Visa payable. Okay, sugar creamer for Visa payable. So here's Visa payable for the sugar and creamer. For $70.59. So here's the creamer. And here's the sugar. Okay. Let's see, what else do we do? We had a miscellaneous expense account and accounts payable, and then we had the coffee grinder and the miscellaneous expense. So let's go ahead and go down here. So miscellaneous. Right? Oh wait, over here. Miscellaneous expense, right? We added this. And then we took it out. That was correct here. For the correct amounts. And we added the coffee grinder. For the matching amount. Now let's check my accounts payable. In this case, let's up here, accounts payable for the 1070 is correct. Okay, so that transaction is there. So let's see what happened next. Let's see. We established a petty cash and cash and register. Okay, so let's go to our assets. Okay, so here, petty cash and cash register credits right here. And then of course we have petty cash, of course. And we have our cash and register for the 310. So that one is correct. Okay. Next, what we have here is we made a payment, okay, for the, or I'm sorry, we received we made a payment for the foundation. So let's see, did that happen? Yes, it did. Right here, foundation for the 1560. And let's check my liabilities. Did I make a payment? Yes, I did for 1560. So that is correct. Okay. Next transaction we have is our checking and our sales. Okay. So checking, sales, discount, and all of our sales. So let's go ahead and go to checking. Did we have this right here, in-store sales for the 670 for sorry, 750, 745. Yes, we do. We're gonna go to our revenues for the discount first. Or in this case, I guess in this case it doesn't have to be in order. So did we have, okay, so we had sales for the medium coffee for the 157, so that's correct. We had the coffee for the 209, which is correct. Okay. And we had the coffee for 201, correct. To be honest, I feel like this is a cost of goods sold that we skipped. I have a feeling it's the cost of goods sold. Let's see. 293.16. Yes, we have it. 293.16. Sales tax payable, but let's go through the discount first. Discount, in stores discount for the debit of 172.27. Yes, it's there. Okay. And of course, we got to go to sales tax payable. For the $56. In this case, that's correct. Okay, next is going to be the cost of goods sold. So our very first one was for $27. So cost of goods sold. So here's our first one for 16 for $16.27. Okay, so here's the first one, 16, and this one is 27. Okay. Then we had the purchase of regular coffees here. Okay. So 15, 15, or in this case 17, one that we purchased. Right here, we purchased. For the 18, we purchased regular coffee here. Oh, wait, hold on. We did cost of goods sold, but we didn't. Did we? Cost of goods sold. Okay, I forgot to update the inventory. Sorry. So cost of goods sold here. We have the 16 here. And then we have cost of goods sold, the $27.90 here on the credit side. Okay. So then next one we have here is going to be the updating the regular coffee and Supreme coffees. So in this case right here, Supreme. Okay. There you go. Right, we debited our accounts. That is correct. Same thing with our regular coffee. That is correct. Okay. And we had a checking for the $62.40 at 62, I'm sorry, 64.50. And we had an accounts payable for the 200, or it's at the 366.25. Is that right? 366.25. Okay. That's there. Okay. Now we have another sales for the store. So again, checking in-store sales for the 807. Okay. So we have to go to revenues. Sales discounts first. Okay, for 186. Okay. Then go through all the sales. So we have sales of medium coffee right here for the 161. We have the medium for the 236. Or large, sorry, large regular. So that's correct here. We have this one for 206. Correct here. Then we have this for, oops, for the 286. Okay. Then we had sales of the ceramic coffee mugs. There you go, sales for the ceramic coffee mugs for the $41. Okay. That is also correct. Okay. And then we had sales tax. Sales tax for the 61.52. Okay. We should have cost of goods sold. Okay. For the 21 and 27. I'm sorry, 24 and 27. So cost of goods sold for 24 and the 27.90. Right. And then of course that affected our inventory for regular coffee. You subtract the 24 and we subtracted the 27. Okay. All right. On the 19, right? Nothing in between but a sales to a particular person. Okay. So we got checking and accounts receivable. So here we received a check for the 109. And then we have the accounts receivable for the 109. So that's correct. Okay. Then we have to do all the sales for the regular Supreme and then the ceramic coffee mugs. So revenues. Here you go. First one in here. Sales for the 49. The Supreme coffee for the 39. Okay. And then we have to also do the ceramic coffee mugs for the 99. And then delivery income for $30. Yes, so that's correct. Okay. Then we did a cost of goods sold. So we sold 24 and 18. Here you go. Sold the 24. Okay. And also sold the 18. Which affected our inventory. For the 24. And the 18. Okay. All right, let's see what's next. Then we had purchases of coffee cups. Okay. So regular and large coffee cups. Oops. Okay, so we're here. So we purchased coffee cups, medium and regular. Okay. Right here, medium coffee cups for the 162. Hold on. Medium coffee cups right here on the 19. I have it as 162.37 when it should be 162.37. For the 108.25. Okay, so that's correct. Sorry. I'm looking at something too different. I'm looking at two different things. So that's correct, right? We have it for 108. Okay. We have the coffees for the medium coffee cups for the 162.38. And of course, we paid with a Visa payable credit card for the 270.63. There we go. 270.63. So that is correct. All right, accounts payable and checking. We made a payment to Silver State Electrical for, okay, so accounts payable and checking. There's accounts payable for the 1070 on the debit. So that's correct here. And then, of course, our assets. We wrote a check for 1070. Okay. Next thing that we have here is another checking and sales a discount. Okay. So checking in-store sales for the 898 is correct here. Discount for the 566, or I'm sorry, for the 207. Okay. Then all of the sales. So sales for the ceramic coffee cups for the 69. There you go. We have the sales for the medium regular for the 171. Then we have the sales for the large at 269. Okay. Then we have the sales for the medium for 224. And the next one is the large for 303. Okay. And then the sales tax for the 68. Sales tax for the 68. Okay. All right. Then there should be a cost of goods sold here for 26 and 29 for cost of goods sold. $26 right here. This one's supposed to be for 29. Okay. And of course that affects our inventory. For the 26 and the 29. Ooh. Okay. Then we had a sales to our customer here for the bookstore, okay, which affected our checking and our accounts receivable and then our sales. So checking Right, did we receive a payment? Yes, we did. From Corner Bookstore for $63. Okay. And which also affected our accounts receivable for the same $63. Okay. Then we sold our regular coffee for 32. And then we sold Supreme for 39. And our coffee mugs we sold 24. Okay, 24.95. There you go. That is correct too. Okay. And then we have a delivery income. Delivery income. Okay. And now we got to do our cost of goods sold for the 16 and the 18. For $16 here. And the $18 here. Okay. Which affected our inventory. So here's our regular coffee for the $16. And the Supreme coffee for the 18. Okay. Okay. Then we have a purchase expense. Right after that, we have a purchase expense, and a freight expense, and an accounts payable. So accounts payable for the $296.80. Okay. And then we have the purchase expense and freight expense. Here's the purchase expense for the $196.80. And our freight expense for 100. Okay. So far so good. So I don't know where we found the mistake, but it's gonna be coming up soon. I have a feeling it's like I said, it's a cost of goods sold. Let's see. Checking. We did some in-store sales for the 20th. So we got checking for 800 and sales discount for 205. Okay, so let's do that. checking. Checking for the 889. We have the discount for the two. Oh, right here. I'm missing a sales discount right here for the 21st. And let's check that value real quick. So I'm gonna put a star here. Actually, I'm gonna put a note here that this is where I stopped. And let's check out that sales discount for the 21st. Sales discount for the 21st was for the $218.73. So that was it, because that's the exact amount that we're missing is the 208.73. So right there, boom. So on the 21st, I forgot to put in my sales discount for that $218.73. See? You literally have to go through every single transaction, and to the point where you might, it might be the very last transaction that you had on your page, which it was. And that's the thing about accounting is everything pans out, everything should be even. So in this case, there you go. I finally found my discrepancy, and it took all the way to the very end in the very last transaction that we did. Okay? For 213, what was it? 213.73 or 218.73. Sales discount for 218.73. 218.73, which brings my account to a total of $990.48. And that's what I got to do. I got to change that into my ledger account. Okay. Ledger for sales discount, which is this one, to be $990.48. And then now we are even at $79,697.27. All right. And now we finally finished, because now everything in the rest of our journal is good. So nothing was wrong with our journal. It's just that we forgot to transfer one account, and that's what I mean. That's why it's very important that you do everything in order. Okay. So I don't remember what happened yesterday, but it was towards the end of the day. So there you go. Now that we panned out and are even on both sides, we are now ready to finally move on to week 4. Okay. So again,
Let me get that number again.
with for sales discount,
Yes, so the 771 becomes
$990.48.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's the one thing that I think it's just the I guess, what is it? The most frustrating thing is you can literally have one penny that you're off by, and it could be all the way down to the very last transaction. Okay, we were already on the 20th. We were very close to the 21st, and there we have it. The sales discount. We missed the sales discount by looking at our journal entry. I mean, our ledger entry, right? We have the 20th, and we were missing the 21st. So in this case, boom. Even going through it like this, you'd be able to find it that way too. It's just very difficult once again because, again, you have to go through every single account. Okay. Any other questions in regards to this? We panned out on each side.
No.
All right.